I'd like to thank Glenn and Tom, the radio station. I'd like to congratulate all the athletes on their accomplishments today.
First of all, I'd like to thank J-98 for making the Dream Team possible for all the athletes in our area. Our athletes are very fortunate to be able to participate in this event.
I thank the radio station for their coverage. They do a great job covering wrestling, and appreciate their honoring these athletes. When I've been doing this for about 23 years now, and it continues to grow. We started out with 3 athletes from the whole area, and now it's up to 10, but it's still a great honor. There's a lot of all-state kids that don't make the team, a lot of great athletes. So I appreciate it, and I hope they realize how big an honor it is to be part of the Dream Team.
I'd like to thank J-98 for putting this on, for putting all the time in that they do to recognize our athletes and covering our athletes. And you know, I want to congratulate all these athletes up here. They're, like's been said before, you know, this is a very impressive accomplishment. They go up against a lot of athletes, and it takes in a wide area, and so I just want to congratulate all you guys on this.
I want to make sure I say thank you to KTJJ and KREI, and I really do mean it, because they were the only local radio station that showed up to do our district tournament down at Piedmont this year, so that really means a lot to us.
Obviously, I'd like to thank KTJJ for the wonderful event that they put on, and for the coverage throughout the year. Honestly, Mr. Womack, Glenn, and Chad, can't say enough about the job they do. I love listening to them myself, I'll tell you that much. Nice job.
I'd like to thank KTJJ for their coverage and putting the Dream Team together. Again, it's nice to be able to recognize athletes around the area that maybe doesn't get as much coverage throughout their respective seasons.
All right, I want to start out by thanking regional radio, especially at Jefferson High School, being a fairly new school. The coverage that you guys give us, not just in basketball, but in baseball and football and volleyball and all our sports, we really appreciate it, so thank you very much.
I'd like to thank J-98 for all the coverage they did for high school girls and boys basketball. I know parents appreciate it, the kids appreciate it, and the coaches appreciate it as well.
I'd like to thank J-98 for their coverage of us this year. We're in the south end of their coverage area, and they did a good job getting down to us and see some good basketball.
I'd like to thank J-98. We appreciate it. I love the small town coverage of our small town sports, and you've been doing it a long time and really appreciate that.
Again, I'd like to echo what all the other coaches have said and thank KTJJ for all their tremendous coverage of all the high school sports. And I'd like to congratulate all the athletes up here. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication to get to where they are, and I'm proud of mine, but I'm also proud of all the other kids up here for their great accomplishment.
Good afternoon. I would like to begin by thanking probably the same people everyone else has thanked. I'd like to thank the radio station for putting this on. This is an unbelievable honor for these athletes up here. It's an honor for me to be able to see these athletes.
I'd also like to thank KTJJ, the radio station, their staff for all the work they do.
I want to thank J-98, and I want to thank Glenn and Tom.
I'd like to echo what's becoming redundant at this point, but to thank J-98 for all their coverage and everything they do for high school sports.
I'd like to start off by thanking Glenn and J-98 for all the coverage that they give Perryville High School and all the other local high schools around.
I too would like to recognize J-98 as well as the other coaches for their wonderful coverage.